My name is Mark Dickin and I work for Microsoft. I am a partner technology strategist.
My name is Elena Baeva and I'm the CEO at 365 Talent Portal. I'm also on the board of IMCP, which stands for the International Association of Microsoft Channel Partners.
I'm Zoe England. I'm the Partner Director at Cloud9 Insights. So my role has two main parts. One is looking after Microsoft and our relationship with them. The other is looking after all of our strategic partnerships. So that's looking for businesses that be good for us to partner with and onboarding those, and then managing our relationship going forward.
I'm Andrew Hookway. I run a company called Extech Cloud. I've been going for 11 years. We're an MSP, specialising in Microsoft, always been Microsoft.
Hello, my name is Robert Pope. I'm the Dynamics Territory Channel Manager working for Microsoft in the UK. I look after the Dynamics partners, particularly those that sell into the SMB part of the UK economy. It's a role that involves an awful lot of orchestration. It's helping partners and helping customers and really bringing them together.
Partnering in the Microsoft ecosystem is absolutely essential because our customers are very complex and their requirements evolve very quickly. So for you to deliver the entire solution is impossible and requires a massive investment. So you need to focus on what you're doing best and focus all your investment in that bit. And then there's so many other organizations that can complement your offering. Then you can provide it jointly and it will be much higher quality and much cheaper for the customer doing it that way.
Okay, so partnering for me is where we go out to businesses that have a similar client base to ourselves, and that might be technology or it might be other services. And we look for similarities in our businesses to see if there's an opportunity to work together and collaborate. What that means to me is that every conversation I have with a partner, I never quite know where it's going, and we have all different types of partners across many different industries.
One of the things that we see that partnering has a great impact on is the ability of an individual partner to provide multiple services, ones that they may not be specialised in, but ultimately delivers that to their end customer as one single packaged up offering and service delivered on a monthly subscription. From a customer's perspective, they find that ability to deal with one organisation who can manage their entire estate to be of great benefit. But also it means that Office 365 and Azure partner has strengthened their relationship with the customer. They reduce the churn that they have within their customer base because of the bigger spread of services they have in the organisation.
I'm the interface with the customer. We are the one throat to choke. So what I try not to do with my organisation is try to be all things. So rather than try and do everything, we partner with other organisations, and what we pick best in class. So the customer knows what we do, they trust us. We're a Microsoft partner, that's what we deliver, but there's lots of other things that we don't do.
So if you take it out of the context of technology, if you think about someone like John Lewis, they've recently rebranded and they are now John Lewis and Partners because they recognise that they are what their suppliers are providing, and then they're elevating their position to saying how valuable they are to their overall proposition. So for us, partnering is a similar idea, because it means that you can use us as your extended sales team, you can use us extended marketing, and then you're working with your client and having more conversations without having to upskill, without having to make any investment other than putting your trust in us as a trusted partner.
What we do is we pick best in class. So for us, partnering is all about not just providing one piece of the solution to the customer, it's actually providing everything. But because they trust you, they then trust the people that you recommend.
I think it's about having the right kind of relationship with the person you speak to at Microsoft. So like my top tip there is almost understanding what that person that works at Microsoft needs to get out of that relationship. So is it a certain set of seats that they need to deploy or whatever it is? You then pass the same back, right? They need to understand what you want to get out of the relationship. And then a good relationship, a good partnership is having that in place right at the start, and then throughout the year kind of reviewing it to make sure at the end everybody gets what they need out of that relationship. And that probably works, whether it's a Microsoft partner or your personal life almost, right?
In essence, it's a must-have in the Microsoft ecosystem. You cannot survive and have a successful business unless you partner with other companies.
So the benefits we see as partnering is being more relevant to your customer base, being able to deliver a service and being able to deliver across applications that you may not be a specialist in, but really address your end customers' needs.
So the benefits of partnering can be many. So if you're a partner for Cloud9, then you will get joint marketing available to you, so we can look to do campaigns, and also there is a monetary reward in the form of a referral commission. As far as our clients and partner clients, it means that there's a broader portfolio of services available, and if you're not partnering, perhaps there's a service that you're not providing, and you may lose that client. If you partner, then you can offer an additional service, keep your client and have a new conversations with your client.
One of the key benefits of partnering is sharing opportunities. When you work with a customer that needs other services or solutions, you bring in that organization. But in return, this company might call you in future for other opportunities that you wouldn't have had the exposure to. So it's a win-win, always.
So with regards to partnering, it's a two-way thing. So if you're going to give business to partners, it's givers gain. So you give and then you will eventually receive. But then partnering goes further than that, because it's not just people that you're working with and delivering solutions for customers. It could be anything.
The benefits of partnering with Microsoft are a fewfold. So there's obvious things like incentives, there's introductions to the sales team, but there's also like a raft of technical people that can help you out. And as long as a partner you're happy to commit to what you're going to deliver to that relationship, and there's quite a lot of people and some money to be able to give back to the partner as well. So certainly worth doing and investing the time and money into.
One of the other things we see that partnering delivers is this ability to build on from other services, this ability to ensure that an organisation leverages all the investment that they have made and is aware of the synergies that particularly Microsoft as a vendor, the technology that we provide can bring together, and the additional synergies that having all of those technologies in an organisation bring.
So if I was a partner starting for the first time, I suppose the things that I look at is have a good idea of what you want to get out of the relationship, and maybe write those down so that when you have that meeting with Microsoft or whoever you're meeting with, you've got them there in front of you to make it very clear to them what you need to get from it.
If you haven't partnered previously, it's very important to do your homework. It's obvious, but you have to research the market space and identify the top companies that provide the solutions or the services you'd like to have as complementary offerings to yours.
Also be regular, so there's a lot of partners that I'll speak to maybe once or twice a year. I can't develop a relationship with them very easily, so have regular kind of cadence with whoever you're speaking to.
You need to approach them way before you have the opportunity, because you don't want, in the last minute of your sale, to have to start searching for partners. You need to have them lined up in your pipeline to be ready to join you tomorrow to a demo if the customer calls you.
And the third thing is it's never bad to overshare. So a lot of our partners will be quite quiet about what they're doing, and then suddenly come out with a blast of, we've done all these great things. It's much more easier for us to do something with them if they've been doing it over time and telling us over time what they've been doing. So overshare, as it were, that's not a bad thing.
So top tips for someone that's looking to partner for the first time is to have an open mind. Jump on a call and talk through what you're doing today and see what opportunity there is to collaborate. There is always something that we can be doing. It's just whether it's the right time.
So for partners, Office 365 and Azure partners, as they take the first steps into their partnering journey, there's a number of things that I feel are very important for them to focus on. One is understanding and having a cultural fit with the Dynamics partner that they're looking to work with. Also having a fit with that organisation with regards to the type of customers that they sell into. Do they operate in a vertical? Do they operate horizontally? Do they operate with large or small organisations that are similar? And that synergy of being in selling with the same partners into the same customers, but partnering to deliver that is something that adds a lot more value than trying to fit outside that box.
I mean, if I was to talk to other IT firms out there that haven't been through this, don't underestimate it. Yeah, it's a huge challenge, but if you haven't started, I think you need to get started, but start in a small way, and then gradually then move to the new model. But once you get there, it's really exciting.
If you haven't partnered or if you need new partners, my recommendation is to join a networking organization like the International Association of Microsoft Channel Partners. It's an amazing opportunity to find other organizations, other senior execs, like-minded individuals who share the same passions, and the networking is amazing, and I guarantee you'll find opportunities you haven't dreamed of.
So my advice to partners at this time, particularly those Office 365 and Azure partners out there, is you're seeing a lot of different pressures on your organisation. You're seeing increasing levels of churn. We're also seeing increasing competitiveness within that space. When we look at partnering as being a way of alleviating that churn, but also driving significant uplifts in revenue, being far more relevant to your end customer, being able to provide all of the Microsoft services with support and capability and professional services delivered by a trusted partner. That relevance to your customer and the support and stickability, that ability of those customers to want to stay with you and to continue to use your services, really allows you to step above and beyond other partners in the ecosystem.
Think about the fact that partnering is trendy. It's what everyone else is doing, and if you're not doing it, somebody else will be doing it. If you're a partner within the Microsoft ecosystem, you need to think about licenses, and we are really flexible in terms of how we manage licenses, how we manage billing with the end client, and it's really a good option for you to be considering for your business going forward.
If you're not already a Microsoft partner, start spending or thinking about what you're going to do over the next 6 months to get to the point where you could be managed. There's some obvious things like selling product to make sure you can get noticed, but also start to package up your offerings so that when you come to Microsoft, it's very clear what you do. And if it's very clear to us, we can pass that on to our customer base as well and say, this is what this partner's doing. You should really engage with them, rather than a partner that just says, I do Dynamics or I do Office 365. Specifics are good. Some examples I'd give of where partners have grown. Some of the SMB partners I've worked with, so some of the small business partners. So at one point I had about 75 partners I dealt with. So a number of those over the years, because of the partnering they've been doing with Microsoft, have kind of grown up to be much larger partners than I would normally deal with now. So the opportunity is certainly there for them to become bigger and deal with bigger customers. It's going to take a while, so you need patience, but also have a plan that you can share with Microsoft on what you want to do, what targets you want to hit, as I said before, kind of what you want to achieve, and make sure you share that so everybody in the relationship knows what they need to do to be successful.
So I think a great example where partnering has been a good strategy is ourselves, Cloud9. So 18 months ago we decided as a business to embrace what Microsoft called P2P, partner to partner, and through that we've developed a number of strategic relationships that have allowed us now to be in a great position where 70% of our new business comes from our partner channel. So that's a fantastic case study in terms of 18 months, and as a business we've seen 60% year-on-year growth in terms of revenue. So partnering for us has been absolutely fantastic, so why wouldn't you?
Partnering and the growth that it has delivered to partners is probably given as a best example looking at Cloud9 Insight. Their growth this year has been spectacular. Their turnover has grown by over 65% year on year. And they've seen now over 70% of their revenue coming through partnering. I think the lessons learned from partnering is this allows you to specialise and to deliver the services that you're good at. It allows you to access the reach that other partners provide. being able to build out your own channel proposition and being able to leverage the channel propositions of others within the Microsoft ecosystem is something that Microsoft is promoting and is obviously a key to success and drives growth within those partner communities.
Some great examples of partnering everywhere around us. I mean, take a look at the software vendors. Microsoft, they've succeeded because of partners. So they sell through partners. Even an organization as big as Microsoft is dependent on partners. For small organizations, this is even more important. For us personally at 365 Talent Portal, working with training organizations around the world and training providers has been key. And through the International Association of Microsoft Channel Partners, we actually established some amazing relationships. That's for us, but because of my role at IMCP, I see partnering examples on a daily basis. Azure partners bringing in Dynamics 365 partners in the same opportunities, or partners in US needing a local presence partner in the UK. So yeah, partnering could be across product, solutions, services, geographically. There's just so much more we can do together, and it's a great opportunity to grow your pipeline by leveraging your contacts.
I think from a partnering perspective, you just have to get on with it. I think a lot of organisations think of it and look at it as something that they put perhaps on their long list. There is a lot of hard work involved in partnering. There's a lot of trust that's needed in partnering. There's also a question of looking at your offerings and how you build those partnering offerings into your own portfolio, how you bring them in and how you sell them. But I think what we see is the success that those who have got on with it have already seen means that you can't really not do it anymore. And actually adding to that, the partners that have been successful have built a team specifically to deliver their channel proposition and to work with the channel partners in their ecosystem. Having a dedicated individuals, a dedicated strategy to channel and to partnering is something that really helps it get off the ground.